On this episode of I Play With Knives, I review the SOG Aegis AT. This week's subscriber shoutout goes to Vonster22. He made a comment on my last video for the CJRB budget carbon fiber knife. He says it's proprietary steel, and then he came back and he gave the entire composition of what the steel is made up of. If it's so secret, I don't know how he got it, but then he came back with a link of they published it on YouTube. So thanks for that comment. I appreciate it. I'm glad you found out where it came from. And if you would like your comment shouted out, first leave a good comment, then I'll reply to it, and we'll go from there. And if you would like to buy this knife, I believe my kids bought it for their old man at Bass Pro Shops, and it was $94.99. Gosh, that's too much money to spend on your old man.
Last Christmas Day.
Alright, this video is a long time coming. One of my daughters bought this knife for me for Christmas, and they shouldn't have. This thing was way too expensive for my kids to buy me this. And it all started when I started buying them knives for Christmas as well. So this is the packaging, obviously, for this knife. Really cool design. Has a little magnetic catch there. And this is actually a pretty cool knife. Great packaging on this thing, and the big thing that I see on this knife is it has an assisted open ATXR lock is what they call it. You can change the clip position. It's got a safety on it. It's got a cryogenically hardened steel D2 blade, and it's a pretty hefty knife. Like, the overall length of the handle is, the ratio is a bit off. You have a longer handle than you do blade, but the blade steel is pretty high end for what it is. It's got that lock. If it's activated, you can't open the actual blade, which is cool. But it is a super snappy, quick opening on this blade. As you can see, I've used it. It's a good overall, you know, camping knife, daily use knife. It's awesome. It's definitely worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and start all my tests here. First off, let's go ahead and do the measure test. I'm gonna put the specs up in the right-hand top corner and see how this measures out. The specs say that overall length on this should be 8.14. I'm sure it is. Close length 5.01 and blade length 3.13. Looks accurate to me. Up next is the weight test. This one says it's 4.4 ounces. Let's see how it does. Look at that, 4.44 ounces. Pretty darn close. Up next is the sharpness test. And if you guys like these videos, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. Every time I upload a video, you'll get notified so you can watch them. And as always, leave some comments down below. I really like those and get you involved. This should be a pretty sharp knife. I mean, this one should perform very well with the cryo steel and D2. As you can see, this thing just cuts. Let's see if I can go a little bit slower and get some. Oh, those are pretty good cuts. This is a pretty sharp knife. All this is my fault if it doesn't cut all the way straight through. But let's see. That's all my fault right there. That's my fault. Let's see if we can do some really good cuts here. No, let's check the tip. Come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's my fault. That's my fault. Let's do some good ones here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. Now it's performing well. There you go. Let's see if I can get that. Oh, yeah, this is a pretty sharp knife, and I've been using it for about 6 months as well, so I would say it cuts. Up next is my favorite test, the tip test, where I take this knife and I slam it into this 2x6 about 8 times and see how the tip ends up. So safety first, and let's see how this thing goes. Alright, let's see how this thing did. I mean, I have high hopes for this thing with this blade steel. It looks like it did pretty good. Obviously, scraped away a little bit of the finish on there, but I think it performed well. I thought I saw a little bit of a bend of the tip, but I don't think so. You guys tell me in the comments if you think I bent this or not. I don't think I did, but there might be just a slight bend, and if there is, that's disappointing. Alright, it survived the tip test. Overall, this is a great all-purpose knife. It fits well in the hand. The blade is a little bit shorter than what I like for this size, but I mean, it's a nice high-end steel with the cryo hardening, so it should last for a long time. It's got that safety feature if you like that. Overall, this is just a great everyday carry. It's a little beefy. It's not a small knife, as in the handle, but it works well. Thanks, guys. If you like this video, go ahead and click on that like button. If there's any other knives that you'd like me to review, leave them in the comments down below. What do you carry every day? What's your favorite knife? And I appreciate everyone subscribing. And keep them sharp and take them easy. Take them easy. Take it easy.